Here we are, Pints and Pages. I'm Nick.
I'm Brad.
I'm Levi.
And today we're going to be talking about Andor. Yeah, my mind went blank. I was thinking about it. I've been watching it nonstop for the last 5 hours, and still haven't caught up. I'm to episode 6. These guys are to episode 9.
Yeah.
They're gonna talk about shit and probably spoil stuff for me. So spoilers. If you don't want to hear what happens, then shut us off. Come back later after you've watched it. I will watch it anyway, just so that I can catch up.
Somehow he's back.
Yeah.
Palpatine's back.
So
That is a true statement.
So, how would Palpatine not be back?
Well, I'm just saying they actually name dropped.
He just went to a meeting. He's back from a meeting.
Oh.
I'm just saying, normally they just say Emperor.
Oh.
He actually gets name dropped.
They actually name drop Palpatine.
Yeah, you haven't seen that part.
I have not seen that part yet. So
they talk about him a lot in the last few episodes.
Yeah.
They're like, this is directly from Emperor Palpatine. And you're just like, okay, are you going to keep saying this? Is it just some guy who's yeah, tell him it's from Palpatine?
I even noticed in episodes 4 and 5, they dropped, this is from the Emperor's office.
Yeah.
They do that a lot.
Yeah,
So,
as it starts progressing, they just start dropping Palpatine.
you're getting
Emperor Palpatine.
It's like you're getting yeeted on.
Yeah,
You're getting Palpatine on.
Yeah,
But
palpitated.
If you want, I don't know if you want to re-ask your question, but I do have the answer for it.
Brad's got a question. Before he starts, I just want to say real quick, if you're watching us on YouTube, share, comment, hit that notification button. If you are listening to us on any of the other places, iTunes and Amazon and Spotify, again, hit share, comment, and hit notifications, and just keep us on your up and up. I think we're up to 42 subscribers on YouTube. Once we hit, did I say 150? Once we hit 50,
yeah, 50,000.
Once we hit 50, we can go live. I think it's 50, and you can go live. Because I tried to go to YouTube Live to stream some gameplay, and it told me I was still short on people. So I don't think it's 100. I think it's 50. But
I don't know. I'll figure that one out.
Yeah. So anyway, if you could get your friends and family to like and subscribe, they don't have to watch us.
Yeah.
We would love if they did, but we just we love doing this, and we enjoy doing it, and we want to keep doing it. So yeah. So hit us up, and now
What's Luke and Leia's age?
Their age in the New Hope is 19.
19.
They're 19.
So that means
this is BBY 6.
Yes.
No.
Where we're
even
at,
where you're at, you're not BBY 6. You're like BBY 4.
Yeah, we're 2 years out at episode 9.
Yeah,
right?
where we are.
2 years out.
No.
Which
And
would
so
make them 17.
I thought the first episode
was
BBY 6. I thought.
yes. Episode 1 was.
Okay, so by the time you get...
They've given you the jumps. They've told you each time 1 year later, 1 year later. Every 3 episodes, it's 1 year later, 1 year later, 1 year later.
So if
I
we're
didn't
as
even
far
notice
back as 6 BBY, that means that 13 would be the age.
Yes, she would.
And she was never that fucking young. So I really don't think...
We're talking about Clea being Leia.
Yeah, and I really don't think that would work or jive. You're not gonna fucking swindle that fucking 80s movie high schooler bullshit on
Especially after, and now granted it's still a big age jump, but from Obi-Wan's Leia to that Leia, if that was Leia, that would be insane.
That would be a big jump. What, so has Bail Organa showed up yet?
Yes.
Okay.
I think he looks like shit.
He's a different one. He's Benjamin
Different
Bratt.
Yeah, which was
instead of Jimmy Smith.
I'll be honest, I didn't really notice that. I just overall thought he looked like shit. To me, he looks older than he should be.
Okay, well,
they picked a thinner guy.
Jimmy Smits had scheduling conflict, so they had to grab Benjamin Bratt, which I guess must be Jimmy Smith's light. I guess I don't know, but. But I was curious, since they did drop him.
It didn't feel like Bale at all.
No. Because we've seen Jimmy Smits play Bale for what? Yeah. For 3 movies and a TV show?
Yeah, well, and they never showed Bail in the old movies, right? I don't think there was ever.
No.
No,
because he died on Alderaan.
Yeah, and it was blown up so quickly.
He died on Alderaan.
Are you talking the original trilogy? Because, I mean, there's deleted scenes from the prequel trilogy of him.
No, original trilogy.
Then no.
Yeah. He's in the prequels. He's in
I know, but what I was saying is there's a bunch of deleted... There's a couple scenes with him in 3, but there's a shit ton of deleted scenes with him.
But yeah.
There's like a whole hour and a half of 3 that's unseen.
So when's the end of 3? BBY what?
Probably 4.
It's got to be BBY 19.
Yes.
The end of 3, right?
Yes.
Because they're 19 in A New Hope.
Yeah. And A New Hope is 0.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once we're getting closer, like they're getting of age to be participating, but it's literally only the last episode before I would.
So do we get so is everybody supposing that we're getting a Leia in 10, 11, 12?
I mean,
we're obviously not getting a Luke.
No.
We didn't know anything about
Leia at all, if you ask me, because she should be, like, by the time we get to where she should be present in this whole situation, she should be on a ship in a whole nother fucking area.
Yeah, technically we don't need Leia because she gets all her stuff. She gets all her stuff at the end of Rogue One, and then gets intercepted
by a Star Destroyer.
And she
is on a Star Destroyer, right?
Yeah, when she gets intercepted.
Yeah,
when everybody breaks her ass out.
Yeah.
So she's not at the Death Star. The Death Star is at the battle.
She was never at the Death Star.
Yes. So the Death Star was a part of Battle of Yavin, right?
I believe so. I believe it was built near Yavin.
The Battle of Yavin.
I'm trying to remember.
The Battle of Yavin was the end of Rogue One, right?
Rogue One would tell you the location.
It's above Geonosis.
It's above Geonosis.
That's how they could hide it. Because if you remember in Bad Batch, we learned that the Geonosians were the ones that helped them plan and create the Death Stars. That's where that's how we got the plans that eventually ended up into Rogue One and eventually
they launched those in the Clone Wars, little versions of them.
Yeah,
lots of little versions.
But they eventually built the whole one above Geonosia.
So,
Geonosis.
Geonosis.
That's what the aliens sound like.
That was perfect. I knew exactly what that was. So I'm to the point where Saul Guerrera, huffs gas and
getting high on fumes.
Talks Wilbur into doing it.
Just get a little high with me, boy.
That's what it sounded like to me. That's what
just get a little high, and you'll see.
That's pretty much what it was. So that's the point where I got. Now, there were a couple of things where I was just kind of like, what is going on?
Just wait.
Yeah, like, I do like the whole, like, there's just chunks of it where I'm like, how does this all play out? Like, I was confused by the entire, not confused. I guess the whole thing in the jungle when he lands to meet the guy, and then there's like
15 kids,
and like that's like stretched out across like fucking almost 2.5 episodes.
It wasn't that long.
It wasn't that long. It felt like it was that long.
It did feel like a while.
It felt like it was that long.
I'm pretty sure in the same episode he lands is the same episode.
No, it's not.
It's the same episode they get back to the ship, and then the next episode's where he escapes.
I think we are missing a crucial scene to know who the other pilot was and why they weren't able to meet with him, as well as...
Do you think we learned that in 10, 11, and 12? If you guys haven't learned it yet.
But I was wondering if it wasn't... Because there was a reference at one point where the one girl that has a romance with...
Maya. Oh, Bix.
Yeah, she had an issue getting somewhere, and they just barely hinted at it through a small bit of dialogue in an episode. And she's like, yeah, I had trouble getting somewhere to meet up for something. And then, like, they never really explained what that something was or where it was. Like, and it's like, well, is she referring to, was she supposed to be the pilot who picked up from Cassian?
No, because I guess
they talked about someone else.
No, because she had asked, is Cassian here yet? So she knew he was coming back.
Well, I think that was kind of a, I don't know. It was just
because there's a missing pilot, and then there's this Maya chick that the kids kept talking about.
Well,
where's Maya?
Maya does not matter. Maya is most likely dead, like the kids were talking about. Because if Maya did what because Maya was back on wherever they were at, where they got attacked, and they all have fled. And whoever's brother went back to go get them. If he did or not, who fucking knows? If he survived or not, who fucking knows? Maya's probably dead. The other thing with the pilot is I don't think the second pilot really matters. Because all that was in essentially a rebellion, kind of like how Luthen is, where he gives very little information. Andor knows where to steal the ship, he knows where to take it to, and he knows the details of the ship. He takes it to the next guy, and then that guy takes it on. From the way he spoke, he never really knew where the ship was going after that. He could have an idea of Yavin 4,
but he ended up having to take the ship somewhere.
And he just fled, though.
He just fled.
Well, what the fuck did he do with it? Nobody talks about what
I knew he was gone, but it was a year later too, because that was the end of episode 3.
Well, and that's
then we jumped a year to episode 4, according to you guys, because I completely missed that part too.
I think we're missing a scene or two that would explain what that was for, what happened to the pilot.
Well, they say what happened to the pilot. He wasn't friendly. They killed him.
Yeah, but
your friend wasn't friendly. He wasn't nice. He attacked us. That is
but what
roughly what they...
But did they get eaten by a monster?
Maybe they ate him.
Well, the whole thing is like, oh, if he wasn't friendly, then, like, you ain't gonna point to a body laying here?
The monsters could have taken it.
Well, and that's kind of like...
Yeah, but they acted very surprised that the monsters were around.
No, they knew of them.
Did they know
of them? Yeah, because in the beginning, when he says something about losing daylight, they're like, yeah... You'll see what comes at night, or you'll hear.
That's right.
There's also noise that's made, and they're like, you'll see more of that.
Yeah,
you'll hear more of that.
So maybe I guess
they knew about the monsters. They knew about his other pilot, and they, in my opinion, they fully fucking just killed him. That's why he's not important.
I thought I was trying to figure out why that was all done. I guess.
Me too. And it's like I feel
it's to show you how segregate how much there's this big rebellion, and it is a mass rebellion across the universe, but there isn't a communication network between them. The closest to a communication network is Luthen, and he's only giving fragmented pieces to you and fragmented pieces to you, and even then, like the Gormon, he sent Andor there. He knew there was a resistance there. There's probably resistance on that planet that they were at, or wherever they came from. He knew of that resistance, and whether he sent someone to help them, or that pilot was supposed to help them, whatever the fuck it was, it's to show that there's not communication. While there is an overall rebellion, no one's communicating with each other, and it's showing the fail. Because even Andor says during that, we're the same rebellion. We're fighting the same thing. You just don't know who I am.
Yeah. I mean, I know he does do that. I
think that was the whole purpose of that scene, is to show you how, just how little communication there is and how much this rebellion is fighting through. Not only fighting the Imperials, they're fighting each other because no one knows who each other are. Yeah. And now as we get closer to Zero, they'll become a joint force. But that's also where, if like in Clone Wars and Rebels, and Rogue One, you see Saw Gerrera, and he has always the radical rebel group off to the side. And the rest of the rebellion's like, yeah, he's a rebel, but we don't claim a lot of what he's done.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he's huffing gas.
Yeah. He's high on that Rhydonium.
Yeah.
That comes up a lot more, Rhydonium.
It does.
Yeah.
Rhydonium's in a lot. It's highly explosive.
What were they mining from fucking Gorman?
They weren't mining, they were using the spiders to spin weaves.
No, what were they mining?
They're mining. Was it Klondike?
Yeah, you're close to it.
Yeah,
Klondikans?
Yeah.
They're mining
Klondikes. Klondike bars.
What would you do?
Calcite.
Calcite.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you do?
Because that's how they
bars?
it's for their energy. So they can cool the energy source.
Yeah, so when they fire the Death Star, they don't fucking implode.
Yeah, so they're not a glass cannon.
Yeah. That's basically what it is. I mean, that's what I got out of it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah,
I mean,
there was one guy who's like, we're testing something, and he's like, woo, what's going on here? I'm ready to fix that. Takes his helmet off. It's half an Elden.
I'm genuinely curious to see, like, where... Now, this goes into stuff you haven't seen and heavy spoilers, but we just haven't touched it. I'm genuinely curious to see where Mon Mothma's speech goes after this. Because at the end of 9, she gives us... In 7, 8, 9, essentially, they set up that Gorman's being taken over by the Imperials. They're going to take the planet so they can mine it. And they end up doing a massacre on the town square right in front of the monument where the last Imperial massacre was. And it started by... The Gormans are protesting, peacefully just singing. And then the Imperials have a sniper on a roof to shoot one of their own to start off the riot. Or start off just the genocide.
Picked off one of his own guys.
Yeah. So that way they could say one of theirs were shot by a Gorman, and they could just open fire on the crowd. And they also blocked them all into the town square.
And Cassian's the whole time, he's like, what the fuck is going on?
Because he's trying to shoot Daedra. He's on a mission from Luthen to shoot Daedra.
Daedra, I had to Google her as a human being. Because I couldn't figure out...
As a human being? You mean the actress?
The actress, because I couldn't figure out, if she was making that face, or if it was just her face. Because she always has this look on her face like she's
like she smelled poop.
She smelled somebody's shit. Like, she just, it's just like...
No, it's not that she smelled shit. It's that she smelled shit and she can also visibly see it on your clothing.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my god, is that her real face?
No, I think she smiles like a normal person.
Does she?
Yeah.
Not very often.
This has nothing to do with her face, because I would have never seen her face, but did you ever play The Witcher 3?
No.
Damn it. She was... I've only played Witcher 3, but she was one of the big characters, Yennefer, in that, the voice actress for that. And that's not the only thing I know.
She was the voice actor. I know who Yennefer is.
Yeah, voice actress for Yennefer. And then she was in Robin Hood in 71.
She was in Robin Hood?
The movie was 71.
Robin Hood 71?
No, Robin Hood. And then the other movie is 71. Oh. I know you're looking at me confused.
I thought you were like, damn.
She was in Robin Hood.
Yes.
With Russell Crowe?
The 2010 Robin Hood?
Yeah.
With Russell Crowe.
I was like, we gotta know which one.
And then what the hell's the movie 71?
Let me go back to her thing.
It came after 70.
It looks like a war movie.
Yeah.
It was the 71st sequel to 0.
We going to Vietnam! Again!
A young British soldier is accidentally abandoned by his unit following a terrifying riot on the streets of Belfast in 1971.
Oh, Belfast. Yeah. The Avengers were there.
You fucking I really thought you were going somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that movie.
You fucking jackass.
That's funny shit. Okay, so I mean, obviously, so they slaughter everybody on Gorman. Then are they mining Gorman yet?
Yeah. So when they basically the night before the slaughter happens, they are landing mining cruisers and mining stations, and that's why they all go to the center to protest. And they're just like, "Yep, we're gonna kill them."
Well, and the thing is they also have it offloaded other places on the planet. Too.
Yeah,
it's not just in that city. Like they're all worried about, they're setting up a base and armory, yada yada, and it's like, what about all the ones you ain't seen? You know? Like they're all over the fucking planet.
Yeah. And they're trying to. Weird. The reason they did the genocide mainly is they're trying to silence all of Gorman and make it so no one knows about it. So, like, as soon as we see the genocide and everything after that, Mon Mothma is in the Senate. It cuts to her, and you see one of her, I don't even remember who the senator was, but one of her people that she's been working with in the Rebel Alliance getting arrested. The senator for Gorman was getting arrested for out speaking about it. And basically, they're trying to silence any talk about it. They don't want it to be known.
Yeah, and they
like a Tiananmen Square.
Yeah. So,
why don't you ask?
So is Cyril
Khan
still alive?
Kyle Soller? No, he's dead.
Okay, somebody kills him.
The mayor kills him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
in a twist.
The mayor.
The
mayor.
The leader of the fucking rebel group there on Gorman, or the little resistance there on Gorman.
The guy that
wasn't
textile thing?
The slick back.
Yeah, the guy that wasn't impressed with Cassian.
Okay, that guy.
Yeah. So
I didn't realize he was the mayor. I just thought he owned a textile.
He saves Cassian.
I assume because he seems to be the only one with fucking power. I
hated how much they made Cyril look like he could actually fight.
Oh my god, I hated that.
He was like, it was like somebody was fighting a Muppet.
Yeah.
Like he's so rigid and fucking nerdy.
Because Andor's aiming a shot at
Daedra. Saying that, but like, dude's fucking square as shit.
Which this is also a very fun turn of events. Before the massacre happens, fucking Cyril almost strangles and kills Daedra because he finds out that she's been lying to him about what they're doing on Gorman and what's happening, because he thinks they're just there to set up an armory, just set up a base and just kind of be on Gorman. He doesn't know about the mining and that they're taking over the whole fucking planet. And when she tells him about that, he's like, how fucking long have you known about this? And starts freaking out and then strangles her and then lets go and walks away.
I don't even understand why he's pissed, because he wanted to be a part of the Empire so fucking bad.
That I don't get either.
Like, why were you pissed that they're mining? They're not even setting up an armory like everybody thought. They're actually doing something nobody even considered.
His mom is an obnoxious fucking character,
yes.
So I'm glad that he's dead. So we don't have to see
That's what I said too.
To find out that not only, like, she wasn't just shitty, she pushed his role in joining the fucking Empire, and she also had a mob family money that was dirty as fuck.
Yeah.
Because their uncle.
Right.
Yeah. But.
Who's their uncle?
They just make name of him, like Gorman or something like that. And then Daedra, if you remember, when it's Daedra and Cyril in their home and his mom comes to visit, and she threatens him, or her, and is like, hey, I know about your uncle. I know all of the dirty shit he's done. I know all of his criminal work.
Yeah. His name's Han Solo.
Yeah. Fucking hard. But so...
Wouldn't that be the best?
It would have been. No, not really. That would have been horrible.
Oh, why? I don't know. I know about your uncle and the Wookiee.
That are tied to the Imperials and pushing rank.
Yeah, I guess that does make sense. But
tell that to Kanji Club.
So, alright. So, is there anything else? About this? I mean, from what I've seen...
Bix left Andor.
Yeah.
Left Cassian.
We get,
Is she on drugs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's what Luther makes reference to. I've used this too. It doesn't work after a while.
Yeah, like, I did like the whole cut to her and she's watching, like...
She seemed clean, though.
Wake up!
Yeah. She's just drugged out holding the fucking gun.
Yeah, holding the gun, and it's like, wake up, whatever, Coruscant. Wake up, Coruscant! Here we are! You know, yeah. It's like, today's weather is going to be the Coruscant camels defeated the... I don't know.
You went from weather to sports, you
Well, I mean, that's what you're going to do on a wake-up show, right? You're gonna
Not that quickly.
You're going to cover the weather and then shoot it over to skip 2 steps. It's going to do the what for the sports. It's like...
God, you have special needs.
I don't even know what kind of sports they play.
They have to play probably cricket.
Cricket.
That's the only thing I can think of is cricket. Are you Googling sports on Coruscant?
Because they have them.
The Coruscant camels and the Yavin yaks.
I mean, if you want to go...
Nar Shaddaa slugs. Because, you know, the Hutts live on Nar Shaddaa.
The Kashyyyk koalas.
The mascot's just a Wookiee painted.
It's just a miniature Wookiee. Painted to look like a panda or a koala.
So in Attack the Clones in the nightclub scene, there's a TV that shows a bunch of droids playing what looks like American football. Which in Star Wars: The Old Republic, there's a game called Huttball, which is freeform rugby in a deadly trapped arena.
I forgot Huttball, so it definitely makes sense for the Nar Shaddaa slugs.
What's Huttball?
It's rugby but deadly and with traps.
Yeah, you can play it. You can play it on fucking Star Wars Old Republic.
Yeah, that's
an online game, and you unlocked a memory for me because I used to play Star
Murder is allowed, and you score points by taking the Hutt ball into the opposing end zone, as you might imagine, because it's just rugby and football but with murder.
Yes. And it's
and kicking the ball is not allowed in respect to the Hutts, who have no feet.
Yeah.
Is that actually in there?
Yeah.
You can use your hands, but you can't kick it.
Well, you can't forget about the Favia racing.
Favia?
From Canto Bight. That's what those deer horse looking things are. They're Favia.
Oh, yeah, in pod racing.
Yeah, in pod racing.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Wall shooting.
They don't have, like,
I think that's
something
more
with a bat and a ball.
Control than anything.
Pest control.
No, yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's people that probably do it for sport.
They gotta have something with a bat and a ball. Somewhere. I mean, everybody has a bat and a ball.
Just take your lightsaber to Blitzball. That's something else. That's fucking Final Fantasy.
That's something else.
Yeah.
Speed rate, like, they could use their speeders and have it like a form of Quidditch. That would...
They got jetpacks.
Oh, they could, jetpacks instead of brooms. It would be like a Star Wars Quidditch.
They could have a rodeo, but with the crate dragons, so that way Dune can fucking suck it. They can ride giant desert worms too, but they do it for money and sport instead of fucking to live.
What if you did Rancor rodeo?
Nah.
You think they're too big?
The Rancor rodeo, that's more of like you're in a bullfighting category for that. They throw you in a pit and you die.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you did it in a big stadium and there was multiple people fighting the Rancor, it could be a Rancor rodeo. So,
Lemmy, also called Bolo Ball.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Lemmy from Motorhead.
I was too. What's his name? Clay,
is from the way I'm seeing it.
What's his last name?
Huh?
Kleinsmeister?
Killmeister.
Killmeister. Yeah.
I couldn't think of it.
Yeah, I couldn't think of it either.
Saying some of the syllables.
Anyway, what is it?
It's soccer.
It's soccer?
It's soccer, but it's called Lemmy. Or Bolo Ball, depending on which planet you're on.
Bolo ball?
And it was Mandalorian's favorite sport.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And ignored on Coruscant, even when it came to their tournaments.
What dicks.
I know, right?
It's just like that Aztec sport.
They're like the Russia.
I was going to say, well, it's like American soccer. What do you mean? So, fucking, the World Cup is the most watched televised championship sport to be watched worldwide. The lowest viewer rating is in America.
Yeah.
Lemmy is seen by every goddamn planet except Coruscant. Coruscant don't give a fuck about it.
Well, they make fun of us for the name, but they came up with it, got us to adopt it, and then they're like, no, we're going to call it football. And we're like, motherfuckers, we already got football. And then they make fun of us for the name. And it's like, it's your name. Like, you did this.
I gotta look that up, because wasn't it always called football, not soccer, and we called it soccer?
Football was a slang term for it.
Ah.
Football was a slang term for it, but the association that governed the rules for soccer in its early conception shortened a fucking thing.
It's a Spanish slang word.
What,
Yeah.
soccer?
Football.
Oh, football.
Specifically football. Like football, how everyone says it.
Football.
F-U-T ball.
Yeah.
And it's
football.
only the Spanish-speaking countries that spell it like that. If you go to the European countries, they spell it like our football.
See, I did not know that.
World Cup doesn't.
Like
They
Italians, a lot of the foreign people don't, but fucking them other bastards are lying through their teeth about the whole situation.
soccer liars.
Yeah, fucking piece of shits. You get a red card.
I have some laying around here. I also have my referee jerseys somewhere around here.
It's just, they're like, it's like, do you want to play a sport where everybody acts like LeBron? You're just flopping around.
All right. I can defend it and not at the same
in the
time.
major leagues. Playing on a high school level is like, hey, we might fist fight.
Yeah.
We might beat the shit out of you.
I watched a dude get knocked the fuck out by one of our defensemen because he sliding tackled for a ball as the defense guy was going to kick it, and his head ended up right where the ball was at, and he just fucking hit him, knocked his ass unconscious.
It's at high school levels where the soccer's fun. Once you get to college, then they start to be money pansies, and then once you get to fucking professionals, they're just all pansies.
Yeah, they all do tend to be flop. Now the girls don't play like that.
No, the girls
No,
go hard.
but the guys do.
But they also...
It's because the guys have tried to gamify it too much. Because the whole reason, because I've heard professional soccer players talk about it, the whole reason they flop like that is because of the ruling there's no stop clock unless of injury. So they will try to get that clock to stop to give them any time they can.
Yeah, because they're weak pansies.
Oh, I don't
keep running, motherfucker.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
It's to
I played soccer for many years. They're a bunch of pussies.
It's to give themselves a rest. I mean, they fake an injury so that they can take 5 minutes.
So they can lay down.
Yeah, so they can lay
Fucking
down.
turd bags. They want to sniff the fucking smelling salts and get high.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah. I need some energy. Hit me with that shit, bro.
They should just keep them in their pockets. Fuck.
Yeah, I know, right? They should just be able to take them out and crack them whenever they want.
Yeah.
How did we go from Star Wars to fucking...
Because we started talking about Bolo Ball.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Bolo Ball. Or what's the other name?
Lemmy.
What's the story on... It's got to be Bolo Ball's the fucking bullshit name.
Yes.
Lemmy,
Because it is called...
soccer.
It's called Galactic Cup of Lemmy.
Yeah, so fuck Lemmy.
Is it Lemmy?
Limmmie.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck Lemmy. And
Fuck.
And Lemmy players can go get a fucking red card.
There's a bunch of major teams and famous players.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
It better just be like a play on words for famous people in our soccer.
The 3 famous players, I could not even try to pronounce their name. They're so fucking alien. because they're all from books.
I bet you. I bet
gotcha.
you if you crack the right code, one of them actually is just David Beckham with different letters.
Probably. It's just David Beckham mixed up. Like it's an anagram or whatever.
What if you just make all the vowels K's? And then we'll add a couple doubles here. Boom.
Oh, shit. So, what else? So Andor. Let's try to get back to Andor. So, Andor starts, we're a year later for the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
And they're talking about they're going to go to Gorman and they're going to mine. And then we jump a year, and then that's kind of where I'm at. Cassian goes to the country to catch the spiders. And then, so you guys just finished 7, 8, and 9, which is where they massacre everything. And now we're going. So if we started at 6, and then we went to 5, 4. So now we're 3. We're gonna be 3 BBY 3.
2.
We've all been doing it wrong because I looked up the timeline. Andor season 1 ended at 5 BBY. Andor season 2 takes place 4 BBY. The 6 BBY was more of a not necessarily a flashback. Well, yes, a flashback, but it was just bridging story arcs. But we take place 4 BBY, 3 BBY, 2 BBY. We're either going into 2 or 1. I can't remember where we're at because where we're at, they just say 1 year later, 1 year later. They're not actually giving us BBY.
I bet they give us BBY for 10, 11, and 12.
They probably will.
Just to tell us that they're buttoned
right up on it.
Yeah, because, I mean, Rogue One takes place in,
1/0.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah.
I really am hoping, and it'd just be, in my eyes, pretty cool. I want Andor, whether the season ends with him or wherever his story ends, Cassian's ends, I want it to be him walking into that alleyway where we see him start.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. And I want to know who that fucking guy was.
Yes.
I want to know who he was and why it was okay to just plug him. Because Andor just straight plugs that fucker right in the eye.
Because, if you remember right at the
It's clearly
beginning.
a friend.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the other thing I want to see the jump of, is so far Cassian, he shot those 1 rebels, but that's because they were holding him hostage and it was his only way to go. Other than that, we've never seen him really friendly fire or just throw people under the bus that are rebels, like his friends. And like you said, that was obviously a friend, a rebel, someone he could trust, and he just fucking shot him. I want to see where he turns there. What makes him snap? Is it Bix leaving at the end of 9? Because that's the other thing. Right.
I don't think so. I think fucking old Looty Booty's gonna tell him, like, you're gonna have to kill someone you don't want to kill. And you're gonna have to do it anyway. And then he's like, oh, fuck, he's right. Blah. You know?
Which would make sense.
Like, he's like,
It's been so long since I've seen Rogue One. Lutheran's not in.
Luthen is not in Rogue One.
He's not.
I think it's like a last dying breath, valiant moment. He's like, you may have to kill somebody, important kind of thing. I bet you he makes some speech like that. He's like, sometimes you have to kill your own, and then he's gonna go out and fucking do something that kind of signifies that moment, and it's gonna stick with Cassian. Whereas, don't let people stand in your fucking way to complete a mission. Because why else? Why he was so ready to just fucking hit Galen Erso and not listen to Jen at first.
Yeah.
He was so quick to ignore her, and we currently love Andor because of how that show's going. So how do we get to where we love this Andor and that next one? We're gonna watch Rogue One in a whole different fucking viewpoint.
Right.
The movie is officially changed from what it released as.
Right, and its 10-year anniversary is next year?
No, it's now.
Is it now?
It's now, I think, because they wanted to do a side.
2016.
Oh,
So it's next year.
It is next year.
So I've heard that for the 10-year anniversary, I did read this the other day. For the 10-year anniversary, Disney wants to put Rogue One in theaters, but show episode 12 of Andor prior. They want to make it a 3-hour
I've
thing.
heard that
show episode 12.
I think it's definitely gonna butt up.
Show episode 12 and then just add episode 12 to Rogue One.
I've kept saying I've wanted to go to these re-releases. Like, I didn't get to go see Revenge of the Sith. I'm going to that one. I don't give a fuck.
I will go to that one because Rogue One was one of the best, I thought, Star Wars.
I remember being a little kid and seeing a re-release in the theaters for Empire. Like, they brought Empire back to the State Theater at one point when I was a kid, and I remember watching that motherfucker, like, oh, that was the shit.
Yeah, I remember going to the re-release of the 3 movies when they did the special editions.
That might have been what it was.
And it was at 3D. It was at the 3D movie theater.
Maybe I'm fucking mixing that up because this would I've been to the 3D movie theater.
It was the 3D movie theater.
I remember before they changed that.
And that place was fucking packed. The place was fucking packed. But I remember this had to have been 97, 98.
Yeah.
So
I know I was a little kid. I remember what the lobby of that place looks like. Like the
lobby of 3D, yeah.
Because
it had the thing in the middle. The thing was in the middle.
Yeah, and I always thought it was cool. But my parents, when we'd go to the theater, they always took me to the State Theater for movies when I was that young. And I'm like, I want to go to the other one.
I had friends that worked at. It was always adults that worked at the State Theater. I had friends that worked at 3D. So. Yeah. In high school, so that's where we always went because that way we didn't have to pay for movies.
Yeah. I don't remember what the actual theater inside looked like. I just remember the lobby.
Oh yeah.
I was about to talk shit, but I was gonna say I've definitely done that at the AMC in Kokomo. Because if you get one person to just go in and pay a ticket, there's the 2 side exits. You just have them bump one open, and you can just all walk in.
Oh, we didn't do that. I mean, my friends would literally just not charge us when we came in. Because this is not when...
I guess that's true. I'm thinking nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking 1996. Nobody is... I mean, they literally left 17-year-olds in charge. Like, they were the man... Like, I mean, there was no manager. There was no people. Yeah. It was just like, hey, we want to come up and see this movie. And it's like, okay, we'll just come up tonight and, we'll let you in. So you just walked in the front door. You just never paid it. You just never paid. So, yeah. I mean,
man, I would have loved those glory days. We always had to find dumb shit like that to do.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays it's like they're patting you down and making you run through security detectors.
Well, like for the most part, when the State Theater was open, it was like, you just got like the little raffle ticket. And then they ripped it in half immediately when you got in.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I don't know, you could just go buy those tickets.
Yeah. I definitely remember the State Theater when it was split. But yeah, the ticket...
I've been there when it was split.
The ticket person was always an adult, and then there was always a kid working the front.
And the person who had to took the tickets always had to wear the suit jacket.
Yes.
Whereas everybody else had their other uniform.
Yeah.
My cousin worked there for a little bit.
Yeah, up at 3D, they just had the movie vest.
I got free concessions. I didn't get free admission.
They just had the AMC movie vest, the old AMC movie vest.
I might be just super young for you guys, but the couple times I went to the State Theater when it was still a theater, there was like no uniform. Like, I swear, to memory, they were just like...
Yeah, you would have been like right as they were getting ready to close.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because I was in middle, like 6th grade, 7th grade.
Yeah, they would have been getting ready to shut her down at that point.
I can't remember. I think it was... I seen Rocket Man with Harlan... What's his name?
Harlan Williams?
Yeah. Rocket Man when he had to go into space. You remember that? It was on the 4th of July, and there was a fucking Iron Horse parade going on outside the theater. And me and my mom were like, "Do you want to we want to go see this movie because it looked funny?" And we're like, "Fuck it, we'll go in." You know, we didn't see nobody walking in while the parade was set up. We go in there, and we literally were the only two that watched that fucking movie at that time.
Rocket Man, Harlan Williams.
1997.
Yes, there it is.
Yeah,
it's fucking so weird.
You know how hard it was? I guess he had.
He farts in his own spacesuit and it balloons out while he's on a spacewalk. Oh my god! Yeah. There's a monkey, his little friend monkey that's stuck with him, chimpanzee.
My first human mission to Mars.
I'm
reading the plot.
And he has to get out and walk. And
I just remember Harlan Williams from fucking Half Baked.
You would love this. You would love it. It's a good movie, man. I watched it as a kid. It was fucking stupid. That's probably why I like it. I'd probably watch it now and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
God, that was awful. Oh, shoot. That's funny stuff. Rocket Man, Harlan Williams.
I just love how sidetracked we get.
Well, it's space.
It is space.
It is technically space.
It's an Imperial cruiser. Like, do you see this man? I believe he just passed gas in his own space. Let's just not make contact. Right away, sir.
Go ahead. I completed a mission on Fortnite.
Oh, yesterday. I flew a TIE fighter.
Yeah, where you got to fix a TIE fighter and then you get to fly it.
I just found one.
Did you just find one?
I was like, I have never played on this map. And I landed and I'm like, oh, first order base. And I look over and there's a TIE fighter. And I'm like, oh, let's see if I can get in this. I walked over and I got in it. Like flew around. And then it was like, you know, the radio guys that give you the fucking storm signal. I'm like, I fucking blasted all of them. And then I crashed. And when I crashed, I got out. I was like, I'll go get all their shit. And as soon as I got out, someone just started fucking sniping me. And I'm like,
yeah.
I'm dead.
Yeah, because all the weapons are blasters. So they all have infinite ammo. So they overheat. But,
it's like, I'm like, and I'm like, I can't see anything.
But the sniper legitimately just gets to shoot like 20 bullets before it overheats.
The best thing to do is wear a stormtrooper skin and just hang out at the first order base. Like just stay there. They'll never see it coming.
I had a guy try to do that to me, and I saw him running across, and I kind of snuck up behind him, and then he went into the phone booth. Yeah. There's a phone booth where you can change into a stormtrooper outfit. He came out of the phone booth and then tried to walk down the street like he was a stormtrooper, and I just blasted the fucking shit out of him. And he tried to turn back into himself so he can grab his lightsaber to kill me, and he was dead before. He turned into a normal self, and the lightsaber went like this, and then he just fucking evaporated. I was like, oh my god, that was fucking awesome.
So what I'm hearing is we need to get Seth onto Fortnite again so he can run around with 5 lightsabers.
Yes.
The best.
There's a Grievous skin too, so it'll make more sense.
The best is that if you visit the people, Grievous, Palpatine, Rey, and get your lightsabers from them, after you've picked it up so many times, I think it's 3, you get its proficiency. So when you're holding the Sith one, when you're blocking, when you hit the block button, if you hit the trigger button, mine's LT and RT, I don't know what your guys' is, but anyway, if you hold the block button and hit the fire button, if you're holding the Sith, it's Palpatine's lightning.
Oh, Jesus.
And
unlimited power!
And if you do the, if you're holding the Jedi Padawan, it's Force push. So.
Oh. That's just like, I get to be invisible bitch in fucking Fortnite right now. Like, I'm just going to have to push people off cliffs. That's going to be my whole mission. Get that fucker, get ready to push people off cliffs.
Yeah. Yeah. The best is just holding that sniper rifle and then just being like 4 mountains away when people are fighting and you're just picking them off. Because they don't even know where the shots are coming from.
I picked one up, but I didn't get a fire rate.
Oh man, it is the best because it's just like a Star Wars gun. It's got the feet or whatever, how far away it is, and you scan in on stuff, and it shoots from like, I think I hit somebody from like 900 yards away or some shit. I mean, that was something fucking crazy. I was just yeah, I was just like, I'm just gonna stand here, pew, 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 and I'm just like,
he actually shot where they will be able to walk like 20 feet and then get hit by it. But got the goddamn American sniper.
That's why I love playing Battlefield. I'm bad at it, but every once in a while I get those good snipes where it's like it just fucking hits right and it's headshot.
I'm a Battlefield Bad Company 2 diehard, and
I was 3.
That is the fucking shit for me. Battlefield 4 was alright as well.
I enjoyed 4. I played a little bit of whatever the new one was, but it was just dumb because they tried to go COD with it and made them all like, you could only use this weapon with this class and do this with this class. When before it was like, you could be a medic and you could have a sniper, submachine gun. You could have whatever the fuck you could do whatever you wanted. Now they've limited shit and it's dumb.
Yeah, Battlefield Bad Company 2 was like the height of Battlefield for me, besides the Star Wars ones, but some of those were kind of janky.
The new EA Battlefronts were good once they got polished. They came out like shit and they were money hungry like EA always is.
I'm wondering, does Steam have those games? I think I might still have.
Are you thinking the original Battlefronts
or one of the new ones that would have been like 2018 or newer?
Okay, well I will tell you both of them are shut down now. The live services are shut down.
So then I probably need it.
Yeah,
it's fucking bullshit.
And that's the thing. People still to this day are fighting EA to try to get them to get Battlefront 2, the new Battlefront 2's servers back up.
I think we just need a remaster of the fucking second Star Wars Battlefront that ever come out.
Oh yeah, I have that on my Steam.
One on Xbox, and then and then Star Wars Jedi Academy 2. Jedi Academy 2, that's what
I did not play the Jedi Academy.
They remastered Academy, but I don't think they did the second one.
They remastered Battlefront 1 and 2 and it went atrociously. And it's because they announced it as a full remaster, like they're redoing the graphics and everything. They took a game that was like 500 megabytes and turned it into almost 100 gigabytes. And also on release had like 5 servers. And it was only 20v20 instead of I think it was supposed to be 40v40 is what the game's supposed to support. Yes. So, no one could get in. There was, I think at one point, over 100,000 people trying to get into these 5 servers.
Nice.
And since then, they've added more servers, but I've heard it's still atrocious.
I think I'm dead set on the games I will be playing for quite a while, though. Like
Rivals, Fortnite.
Rivals. I keep Fortnite up when the right shit pops up. Like, I need a new Lego season. My Lego season, I'm tired of the Odyssey thing. It's my fucking... Let's move on to the next one. But, the Star Wars one seems like a lot of fun. I'm going to play through it. And then I'll probably skip the next fucking season.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
I had my subscription running on its own for a few months, and I had a couple of them I didn't actually play for those months, but it accrued me enough V-Bucks that I didn't have to pay for anything this time around. I was able to get my Battle Pass.
I did the same thing.
Yeah, so I had unsubscribed 2 months ago, and I just had enough V-Bucks that passively collected.
I shut mine off last month, and I thought, okay, when they started the Fortnite season, Star Wars season, I logged in because I was I was like, well, I definitely want to play. And then I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh shit, I have enough V-Bucks to buy the Battle Pass. So I went ahead and bought the Battle Pass.
Well, they changed how some of those work, and it just kind of confused me a little bit. Like the way the Battle Passes were starting to they're easier to collect everything.
This is running till June 7th.
Yeah, a month.
I did not know.
30 days.
Normally they're like a week or 2 weeks.
That's why
the Star Wars.
This is a full. It wasn't an event. This is a season.
Yeah.
It's a Star Wars.
Fuck, I gotta get on.
They worked the whole entire Battle Pass is Star Wars.
I didn't even look at because when you guys said we were gonna play and then we never ended up playing, I had jumped on and played like 2 or 3 games, but I didn't look at the Battle Pass. I didn't look at anything.
Like
I thought it was an event.
Emperor Palpatine, Poe Dameron.
Oh,
I unlocked the first Poe orange.
And then there's a girl that
you just want Poe because he's Moon Knight.
That's what I was about. I was about to make the joke. Every time they add an Oscar Isaac character, that'll just be my rotation of my Fortnite skins. It's only Oscar
personalities.
And then they created a Fortnite girl that's got a Sith version and a Jedi version.
Yeah, I didn't realize it, but they got a Sabrina Carpenter skin. If you're into that,
I'm not.
Fun.
And then
it's like some of those.
The extra rewards is General Grievous, and then they just dropped in the shop Mace Windu. Yeah. That was yesterday.
Windu and Grievous are 2 of my favorite people in Star Wars.
Yeah, because
they're 2 of my favorite people in the galaxy.
Yeah. So they just dropped
Star
Windu,
Wars.
but it's all.
I like them more than most Care Bears.
I don't think I know a Care Bear.
All the.
It's
just
like I've seen them visually.
Aren't they like
the snuggly Care Bear? What's the one that's fucking sleepy all the time?
Aren't they all just the same names as the 7 dwarfs? Like Sleepy, Dopey, Snotty?
Kind of, yes. There's a blue one that always has a blanket. That's the one.
Bedtime Bear, Friend Bear, Grumpy Bear, Birthday Bear, Funshine Bear, Love-A-Lot Bear, Cheer Bear, Good Luck Bear, Secret Bear.
Bedtime Bear.
Oh, hold on. There's 2 more. Tenderheart Bear and Wish Bear.
Bedtime Bear is the only one that carries something that can strangle his enemies.
Why do they all have to have bear at the end of them?
Yeah, why do they all have to have bear at the end?
Because then you might think they're a different animal.
They're very obviously
Hey, this is bedtime. What?
You got it, yeah. I mean...
Give it a fucking name, not Bedtime Bear.
I mean, Bedtime Bear.
It's a position. It's a title.
Yeah.
He holds a title. It's not like... He's not just a random bear. It's a position.
It's his job.
The bedtime.
Does he get a 401k?
Chet, man.
It's like Sleepy Dwarf, Grumpy Dwarf.
No, those guys were just poorly named.
I just want to know which one of them slept with Snow White to give us Farquaad.
Bedtime Bear.
I'm talking about the I'm talking about the dwarves.
Bedtime Bear.
They sleep with anybody, man.
To give us Farquaad. I thought you were going to say Peter Dinklage.
I mean, if they ever do a live action Shrek, I need Peter Dinklage as Farquaad.
Peter Dinklage is in
he would do great.
The remake of Toxic Avenger.
You know, I love when they cast Peter Dinklage.
I have heard that name before.
Like he's
Who the
of normal
fuck is
height.
Toxic Avenger?
You know, when they cast Peter Dinklage and they just act like he's a person of normal height.
Yeah,
like in X-Men.
Like when he was in X-Men?
Yeah, nobody said a fucking word. Like, okay, this guy's got a thing against mutants and he's really short. Do you think maybe he's just prejudiced with genetically superior individuals because he's a short person? Or do you think he's a short person because he's a fucking mutant and it's part of his mutant powers?
You know, you say that and it had never registered in my head until you've said that he was in that fucking movie.
The piece of shit.
I know.
Yeah.
It never registered that he was the little guy that, like, I just always saw him as just another person. It just never registered that was Peter Dinklage, a fucking... Obviously, I could see he was a midget, but, like, there's only...
Levi's like, I didn't notice. It's like...
I guess I forgot he was 3 foot tall.
I'm saying it wrong. What I'm meaning is there's like 2 famous midgets, and I didn't even recognize it was either of the 2. So I'm like, I didn't even recognize
If you ever have to say who's the short guy next to Wolverine, there's a problem.
Who's the 2?
I was just making an assumption that there was another one. I mean, I know of Brad Williams if we're going just famous ones.
It's like they're the
pirate.
It's like there's this.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I don't know another actor, but I know Brad Williams.
There's Sith. If there's one, there's gotta be 2.
Yeah. Hey, wait.
I mean, there's Brad Williams. There's Wee Man from Jackass.
Okay, yeah.
There's Vern Troyer from.
Don't know that one.
He's Mini-Me from fucking Austin Powers.
There's also the fucking leprechaun from D-Generation X. What is that?
Hornswoggle.
Yeah, Hornswoggle.
He's famous.
There's
I ask about him more than any of the others.
he does.
He was a fucking alcoholic during that whole run.
Oh yeah,
I've seen TikTok reels of him talking on like podcasts and interviews, and he's like, "Oh yeah, a lot of those Sean and like Triple H are having to like tell me what I'm doing because I'm so fucked up."
Is there any others that are like
the guy
famous?
Pirates of the Caribbean guy.
Oh yeah, I don't know his name though.
I can't remember, but he was stunt double for Mini-Me when Vern Troyer, because Vern Troyer could not do stunts.
Oh no, he couldn't because he was too short.
Marty? Well, that's the character's name. Sorry,
Marty.
Martin Kleba. Martin Kleba.
Okay,
but he's done a lot of things. He says he was more of a stunt actor for kids kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think he did Baby's Day Out.
He is a stunt performer.
He did Baby's Day Out. Anytime. Baby
what year is that?
Fucking 90s.
This is listed by years, his movies. That's why I was asking.
90s, most likely.
He did not. Then his earliest is 2001.
Do you suppose what? Well.
Oh, never mind. That's 1998. Charmed.
Stunt credits. I wonder if that would be listed if he's actually acting parts of those.
This is all of his acting and his stunts.
Okay.
There's the one from Fantasy Island. The plane.
Oh yeah.
There was that guy.
Everybody would just quote that anytime he was in anything else though.
Yeah. The plane.
Hervey.
Yeah, he was fucking terrifying.
He
looks terrifying.
He was a woman seducing alcoholic drug user, like heavy drug user.
He died at the age of 50, so sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, of course he's gonna live about half as long.
You say that.
He's got a short lifespan.
Well, and this may be a dumb thing to say, but I have heard the argument that the reason why Asians live longer is because they're smaller. If you look at NBA players or just taller people, they die shorter than most people.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to just living long life,
The taller people die just because they hit their head so much.
Explain that to the Galapagos tortoise.
Oh, the what?
Okay, no, he's got a point.
And it's the biggest.
Oh, dude, they're
tortoise.
They're huge.
Yeah, tortoise, not turtle.
Yeah,
it doesn't go in water.
Yes. Glad you're smart.
For all you haters out there,
Fucking tortoise haters.
Yeah.
Well, there's a difference. Goddamn.
Leatherback licking motherfuckers.
Leatherback licking motherfuckers.
Another type of turtle.
Oh, I know.
Shit.
We've went off the rails.
We did a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. What are we at?
30 minutes.
We're only at 30 minutes?
No, it's an hour.
Right.
Hour and 5.
What the fuck? How are we only at 30
Welcome
minutes?
to the Twilight
We
Zone.
it's like, holy fuck, we time warped. How the fuck did we do that? Oh, fuck. Alright, so anything else about Andor?
I don't think so.
I have not once seen a fucking toilet in the whole series. I say that because I have to piss right now.
I've seen beds and houses and kitchens.
I want to see toilets in space.
There's never been a toilet.
Yeah. No toilets.
No toilets. It is weird.
Where would this senator shit? Like, how fancy would that look? Mon Mothma's bathroom.
Oh, Mon Mothma's bathroom's gotta be fucking fancy.
If she doesn't have a bathroom, like, what happens? Do you just piss?
On the floor?
I don't know.
Off the side of the mountain.
Which mountain?
The mountain that they live on.
On Chandelier or wherever the fuck it is. You piss off the chandelier.
What are you looking up? Toilets in space?
No.
Toilets in space!
Is that from the Muppets?
So you said we couldn't live stream, correct?
I thought.
Oh, I wonder if we got 8 more subscribers from that toilet in space line.
Maybe. Are you live streaming now?
Well, yes.
Well,
technically yes, but it's nothing.
Oh, okay.
I just ended it, but yeah, it was just live.
Oh, okay. Well, I wonder what my...
So we got our 8 more subscribers.
I guess. I don't think we did.
I gotta take a leak.
He's got... Okay, so we're going to end this show. Like, subscribe, share, listen to us, please. Tell your friends, tell your parents, tell your parents' parents.
Tell your enemies.
Tell your enemies. Yeah, because we fucking hate them.
Well, tell them don't listen to this. You're not cultured enough.
Yeah.
And they'll do it for reverse psychology.
Yeah. So, this has been Pints and Pages, and I'm Nick.
I'm Brad.
I'm Levi.
And have a great day. And happy Mother's Day. You'll hear this tomorrow, but to all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day.